What's going on, everybody? It's your boy Donnie back with another video, man. 137, 115, New York Knicks proper win. You know, um, this win, it takes you back to what we were doing, especially in that fourth quarter, playing good defense, team basketball, moving the ball. You know what I'm saying? This is the New York Knicks of old as far as this season goes, like these are the wins that you need in order to actually be in decent position for the playoffs. And the playoffs, believe it or not, it's getting closer and closer. There's really only 2 weeks left or so in the season. You know what I'm saying? If you count this week and then next week, it's like Wednesday. What is it? Wednesday, Monday, Wednesday, Sunday, some type of shit like that schedule. Like 3 games a week, pretty much. So it's like thick and fast are these games coming along now, and it's really important that we get some chemistry. And today I feel like the chemistry is back. But my biggest point that I'm gonna make is it's very important for these guys to begin to trust each other like they did today. You got a guy in Quickley now, right? Scoring 40, his career high. And that immediately got me thinking about, potential lineups with Brunson when Brunson comes back. You may want to have periods where you just let Quickley be the point guard now. You know what I'm saying? It might require RJ to sit if Brunson and Quick are going to play together, but I think it's something that needs to be done, even though RJ had a nice game today. Something that Reese mentioned today, talking about Randall really not being required to play, as much down the stretch anymore, in these games, which I understand, but we were also on a losing streak. So I thought it was important that he still contributed, and he had a pretty solid game. Even though, he does have times where he's kind of shooting himself out the game early, and I do think sometimes that contributes to our slow starts. But when Randall gets to going, when he gets it going, you know what he does best. You know what I'm saying? That's put the ball in the basket, 28 minutes, 10 of 19 from the field, 3 of 8 from 3, 3 of 3 from the free throw line, 4 rebounds, 3 assists, 1 steal for 26 points. It's a very solid game. You know what I'm saying? I just think that now this team is having uh, a real period where they just needed to start playing together. That was the problem. We weren't playing good defense, and we weren't rebounding the ball. And that's what Tibbs hates. So I couldn't understand why the Knicks weren't doing that before. But now, apparently seeing that even guys such as Grimes are finally getting it together. You know, it's a good time if the Knicks play like this, going down the stretch of the regular season for the playoffs to begin. But the one thing I wanted to talk about today also, and I know Quick deserves high praise for his career high, but there's a lot of things going on in this game, you know what I'm saying, with the playoffs being so close. So I'm not going to make as big of an emphasis, on the career high in this video because I think that it's to be expected because he's just so good Quickly. But what I really wanted to talk about is that the New York Knicks, they're expected to do something in the playoffs this year. Make no mistake about it. You know what I'm saying? Make no mistake about it. It has to be. So my expectation at its lowest is at least to get out of the first round, and at its highest is to make the Eastern Conference Finals. The New York Knicks will have to show up in these playoffs. There's too much talent on the team for them not to. You got guys supporting off the bench like Obi, Josh Hart, Hartstein, you know what I'm saying? Even Deuce. All proven players that they're contributing now, and then you have our starting lineup, of course. The Knicks this time around, I believe it's a fair expectation to expect him to do something. My lowest expectation is get out the first round. Highest expectation, the Eastern Conference Finals. That's what it is. And Randall, as the leader of the starters, he has to perform. This time around, you have to perform. You know what I'm saying? Jalen Brunson, a lot is going to be on you. And these guys will rise to the occasion. I'm not saying that they won't. I'm just saying that this time there is an expectation. Most likely we're going to end up playing Cleveland, and it's going to be a tough series, but we can beat them out, right? I think we beat them in 6. I'm already starting talking about playoffs because these are the things that I'm thinking about. You know what I'm saying? The Knicks can't get complacent here. We need to understand that this time around, expectations are there. And teams are taking us serious. That's why we lost those 3 before tonight. They know what the Knicks are doing. NBA is watching. NBA players are always watching. They know the teams that are hot. We were in a really good winning streak before, you know what I'm saying? So that's something that teams take into consideration when they come to play you. Who are your hot shooters? What is your system? What do you do well? What don't you do well? How can we exploit it? So at its best, the Knicks can score from anywhere, really, with all the help that they have. But at its worst, we don't play good defense sometimes, and we get out-rebounded and out-hustled a lot. Not as much this game, but we did, struggle a little bit, keeping the Rockets at bay. You know what I'm saying? We weren't able to really stop them until, I would say, about the third quarter, middle of the third and going into fourth. You know what I'm saying? And that needs to change. That needs to change. A guy like RJ, he had a very, very nice game, I thought, RJ. Just going back to the game itself, I thought he had a nice game. It wasn't too crazy. 29 minutes, 6 to 12 from the field, 1 to 3 from 3, 6 to 9 from the free throw line. 3 rebounds, 5 assists, 1 steal. You know what I'm saying? It's really up to RJ. Reese also said, RJ kind of plays the game at too slow of a pace for the NBA, and it takes him way too long to get going. I think that's true. It's very true for RJ that it sometimes just takes him too long to find his game. But I think instead of finding his game, he needs to understand what it is and then build from there. Even if the game doesn't move at your pace, find your pace and make it work. You know what I'm saying? That's what he needs to do. But I'm very satisfied with today's win. Even a guy like Obi Toppin now has become an excellent three-point shooter. You know what I'm saying? He's contributing off the bench. I don't know if he can stay on this team, but he can definitely contribute. You know what I'm saying? It's all coming together now. It's okay that we lost a few, but we need to get into gear here. We got Miami on Wednesday. That's going to be one of the biggest games of the season, and we should win. They beat us pretty handily the other day, so I'm expecting the Knicks to be fired up for this one. They say Brunson should play. I hope he's healthy because he hasn't really been healthy lately, which contributed to us losing because we played better with him, of course. That's our point guard. We need him. But it's your boy Donnie, man. What else did you think, man? I think everything is coming together, Finally, we got things going on that we can be proud of here in New York. Bounce back win. And, yeah, that's it. It's your boy Don. Like, comment, subscribe if you enjoyed this video. I got more videos on the way. You know what I do? I appreciate you guys joining the streams every night, man. I see you guys there every night. One day this channel is going to be really big. Just remember these videos. 585 subscribers. I just gained a subscriber, but we're going to get there, and I appreciate you guys watching me, man. It's your boy Don. I'll see you next time. Peace. I'm out.